Money Radio. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. It's time to take a look at mortgages. And when we look at mortgages, we turn to the best of the best. And the best of the best among mortgage originators in Arizona, well, for a long time, that's been Mike Metz. Mike Metz at Guaranteed Rate, 480-585-1616. 480-585-1616. That'll get you through to Mike at Guaranteed Rate. And if you'd like to go the route of the internet, MikeLoans.com. That's the website, MikeLoans.com. Very descriptive because that's what Mike does. He loans. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, good afternoon, Sinclair.
You keeping busy?
Yes, sir. You know, it has been, and it's interesting. We're busy here at the Phoenix shop. We're busy in Phoenix, but when I look nationwide, we're seeing mortgage applications down this week versus previous week. In addition, I saw an article that mortgage applications are at a 14-year low right now as far as the volume of applications being taken. So it doesn't feel like that in Phoenix. We're seeing a really balanced purchase market. It's favoring the buyers, as we've reported in weeks past. So
Right.
If you're a buyer, you can probably get a little price reduction. You can get a seller concession with that. If you're a seller, you might be able to notice you're not getting as many offers, or you're not getting as many people looking at the house. A lot of sellers are having to look at price reductions right now in order to move their properties. In fact, we've seen more price reductions recently than we've seen in about the last 2 years on houses. But that being said, still a lot of people getting pre-qualified. Now, they haven't got a contract on the house, but they're calling in, hey, Mike, I'm going to go out looking. I still need to sell my house, but I want to get pre-approved. So right now, knock on wood, business is brisk around here, and I'm hoping that's going to continue into the summer months for us.
Now, explain the difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified.
Okay, so a pre-qualified means you give me a phone call, I'm going to pull your credit, and I'm going to run your information through my automated underwriting system and issue you an approval based on what you've told me. Everything's verbal over the phone or over the internet, or you've come in and sat down and talked. Okay. That's a pre-qual. Based on what you've told me, you're qualified for a mortgage, and here's a piece of paper to prove it. A pre-approval is actually one step further. We've gone through the pre-qual. I've pre-approved you based on what you've pre-qualified you based on what you've told me, but now you need to supply me your tax returns, your bank statements, and your pay stubs to validate what you've told me. Once you've done that, then I check the little boxes on the approval letter, and now you have an actual pre-approval letter that makes you, in essence, the same as a cash buyer out there, because you've satisfied all the requirements of us as a lender. All you need to do now is find a property, get an appraisal, a property inspection, and a title report. That can take you less than 10 days to close when you're like that, but it's going to differentiate you from other offers. So, as example, if you submit your offer on a house for $250,000 and there's 3 other offers on there, but the other ones were just qualified, not fully approved, as a savvy seller, they're going to accept your offer because they know that it's solid, that it's not going to fall out. The other ones still have a risk of maybe not being able to close.
Pre-approved, you're ready to rock and roll.
You are really, in essence, a cash buyer at that point. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned something about apps nationwide being down. Clarify something for me here. Is a refi considered an app as well?
Yes, that when it looks at applications, it looks at both refinances and purchases. So we're seeing the refinance activity right now nationwide at about 51% of all the applications taken. And that's the lowest the refis have been in proportion to the purchases since, I believe, back in 2009.
So we could still be seeing fairly steady purchases, but just less in the way of refi.
Exactly, and that's what we are seeing. I think this is the first time in 12 years Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting we'll have more purchases than refis this year. And if it's any indication at this shop, that's exactly what we're seeing right now.
Now, you've been telling us in the past that the jumbo loans are really good deals right now.
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. Credit availability improves as lenders introduce jumbo programs. Each day each week we're getting new jumbo programs coming to market. And what it is, there's a real appetite for the jumbo loan. A jumbo loan in Maricopa County is any loan above $417,000. So we over here we go 417 up to 3 million with it. We've got a couple of new programs. One good program that just came out that I thought was great. Now as a jumbo buyer, you can purchase a home after a short sale if you've been 2 years since your short sale. So let's assume you had a short sale. Now that you've passed 2 years, you're eligible to get a new jumbo loan, and there's no penalty to